Welcome to a new daily top Askreddit video. Today's topic.
What is it that you invested thousands of hours and now is pointless? I took 2 years of French instead of Spanish in high school. I live in Texas. I live in Massachusetts, and I still should have taken Spanish instead of French. But at least whenever I go up to Montreal I can order my food in my terrible French and show everyone I'm an American immediately. I got one up on both of you. I took Latin. Same here. My favorite was when I was in Paris and I ordered in French and the waiter just responded in English. His unstated but understood point. This is going to go much easier if we both stop pretending you can speak French. Touché. I live in the Southwest now and Spanish would have been much more useful. I got an aviation degree because it used to be the only way you could qualify to become an air traffic controller. The age cutoff is 30 and I graduated when I was 29. Well, they decided to restructure the hiring process mere months after I graduated and cancelled all hiring panels for 2 years. I aged out and now have a fucking useless degree that I still pay students' loans on. Edit. First, thank you for the huge response. This happened about 11 years ago. I am making a lot of money doing something I love in another industry, so don't worry about me. It was devastating at the time, but I'm content in what I'm doing now. Had to edit that again because of all the people who are negative about hearing everything happens for a reason, and living my best life. I'm happy and successful, and if you can't live with that, go be negative somewhere else. To answer the most common question on here, why is 30 the cutoff age? This is a very high stress job that requires you to have a sharp mind at all times. It's like playing a mathematical puzzle that kills 300 people if you fuck up. They encourage retirement with pension at 55. But you need 25 years of service to be eligible. Hence the oldest you can be to start the job is 30 years old. This is so painful. I'm sorry. Sorting and organizing my MP3 collection. Fuck. The pain is real. Had to make it easy to find in Winamp. It really whips the llama's ass. The amount of hours Googling, downloading, and uploading album art to each track. Still think about when scroll through Spotify cold sweat smile. Spotify doesn't have half the shit I want to listen to. Constantly changes versions of songs. And who knows how long it will be around for. Your MP3 library will last as long as you do. I know all the tricks to make a website look as good in Internet Explorer 6 as in Chrome, Safari or Opera. I feel your pain. I also know how to make emails look identical across a huge number of clients. Which is actually more difficult, yet feels equally pointless. Hey now, before I actually learned the hellscape of Outlook compatibility, our app's emails in that client at best looked like scams. At worst would delete important functionality, links, generated data, etc. So not pointless. That said, writing email compatibility makes me feel like a coding caveman. This is the life of a geneticist. The field moves quickly with the technology and techniques, but they are all very complex and difficult to learn. More than once in my life, I have poured myself into a specialized skill to be the best in the building, only to have that skill be obsolete the next year. It never feels that bad, though, because the replacements are almost always faster, easier, and get you better results, or else they don't really take off. My mentor wanted me to take 3 years off residency to go to the States and learn a very special technique of experimental drug delivery. I didn't go. The technique was non-relevant a couple years later. Just curious. Was it an inhaled insulin? I got a BS in biochemistry, then drove a forklift for 14 years. Now I'm an electrician. Whoop whoop. Fellow biochem graduate. I earned $12 an hour in a lab after working in wastewater. I do budgets now. I should have never done that. There were other ways to get to medical school that I clearly couldn't pursue because I did so poorly in the undergraduate degree. Pouring one out for your pain. I managed to accidentally wipe the drive that held all my work. I'm a semi-professional game dev. There was 10 years worth of meshes, materials and code. It's been 10 days. I've just been in a sort of state of shock, having tried and failed to recover the lost files. Everyone who reads this, go back up your data right now. Mr. Spindles. I'm so sorry to hear this. Edit. Thank you for the gold. Heart hands. And remember the 3, 2, 1 rule. 3 backups, 2 formats, 1 offsite. Wow. I haven't talked to any of my old guildmates in years. I got server first kills and worked my ass off to be the top of my game. And it means next to nothing. I look back on the time I spent fondly and wouldn't trade the experience for anything. But it really does nothing for me. Glad to see this. I was coming out to say it. Although, I quit smoking cigarettes the day I started WoW and I'm currently sitting on 15 years sober as of 8/8, so it wasn't a waste for me. Really. And lots of my guildmates are on my FB. And I do have some great memories. Edit. Quit date and day I started WoW. The 8th of August 08. Biceps tears of joy, not a progression number, tears of joy. Reddit, my primary source of entertainment. TBH, I stay completely away from the vile areas of Reddit and Quora. And Redditors have made me laugh harder than any joke, movie, play I've ever seen. There are some brilliantly funny people that post here. And quick. I have a bachelor's degree in astronomy from one of the world's best universities. I now work as a software engineer. I have a master's in molecular biology and work as a pizza man. Got my bachelor's in molecular biology. Saw the field. Ended up getting a second bachelor's in mechanical engineering lol. Nearing the end of my PhD in astrophysics. I have the passion but not the drive or the lifestyle to continue with academia, so I'm almost certainly going to end up as a data scientist or software dev. PhD in astrophysics here. I also ended up as data scientist. Better than regular IT job because of the data, modeling and statistics. Still, solving retailer problems will never compare to learning about the universe.